Cam Radio. It's your boy Tony G and Big Lou every Tuesday night. Cam Radio and the Sports Book. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Happy Holiday, whatever. From us to you. Lots to talk about. We had the Basketball Cup. Um, took the over on that. That was good.
Hmm.
I was trying to do some research to see if that's really helping. I know the players make more money, but I don't know if it's really helping. I don't know if it's doing what they. I don't know if it's doing what they hoped it to do. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some
Yeah.
kind of digging and see if it's really causing a stir, and it may be. Any other basketball news you got going on? Anything going on with the Pelicans?
Well, I know that the Pelicans are getting ready to make some trades. There's been some rumblings around, the NBA
Zion.
and around media about Zion and what they're going to do with him. But they're going to want the farm for Zion. But in the news,
I don't think they
um,
can get the far. I don't think. I think
you really
that.
can't. You
No, you
know,
can't. He has too many issues, off the field and off the court and the weight problem and can't get him to
hmm
give 100%. I'm not saying, I mean, he should have been a superstar.
yeah,
Um,
he has the skills. He has the skills to be one of the greats.
right,
He just landed in the wrong place. The food's too good, and the scene. I'll just say the scene.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, and you get caught up in that, and but you still need to have discipline to, do your job first, and then, then you can enjoy the spoils of the victory.
Right, right, right.
But
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him and where he
mhm,
goes, who picks
yeah,
him up. Like I said, the talent's there, but it's got to be all reworked as far as, being part of a team, uh, one team, one way. You got to
right,
be
absolutely.
so. Man, going into had some college action. Tulane finally the shoe didn't fit for Tulane. They took a little bit of a beating there, but hey,
Yeah,
and Miami won over Texas A&M, and
that was the shocker. That was the Saturday shocker for me. That was the
yeah,
Saturday
that
shock for me. I thought that Texas A&M was a little bit. I thought they were more talented than Miami, but I was proven wrong. Miami
um
came out with the win 10-3.
they were yeah, because everyone wanted Texas to just roll over Miami because of
Yeah,
course Notre Dame got snubbed and a couple other people, but it didn't happen. So it was definitely a lot of crazy. You go starting off with the NFL, that Thursday game, the Rams, the Seahawks. That was a crazy deal.
man, what a wild game that was.
Thirty-eight,
That was a wild game.
37. Yeah,
Hmm.
38, 37. The Seahawks took the over. That was good. And what's crazy is they overcame a 16 point. That last, I don't know. It was definitely just a crazy game. They came back.
Bananas.
Matt Stafford, 457 yards. Holy cabana. I mean,
This
Sam
guy,
Darnold. Yeah, I know. If they win another Super Bowl, they were saying with his stats and everything. I mean, you have to put him up
his
there with some
stats,
of
yeah,
some of the greats. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'm like,
We're gonna have to let him. We're gonna have to let him in the door with his peers that went before him that had better careers. The quarterbacks that he was supposed to be in line with. And I guess when I say I'm gonna get back with you, I'm gonna do some homework, and then I'm gonna get back with you with the quarterbacks, that he graduated with and things of that nature. But now, especially if he gets another one, then you could put him. You really could put him behind Eli as far as like Super Bowl.
Right.
the Super Bowl quarterbacks. He's where we thought Philip Rivers should be, but he
Right.
just
That's
couldn't get
true.
over the hump. Right.
Get over the
If he
hump.
gets
I mean,
another Super Bowl, I believe he gets another Super Bowl under his belt, then he's going to start, inching to that line of
right.
all the peers that to all his peers
And
that he came in with.
I mean, he goes from Detroit and then goes to the Rams, wins the
Hmm.
Super Bowl. They have a lot of good teams. And then the Seahawks, this game was crazy. Went to overtime. Rams score 7, they score 8. So hats off to the Seahawks there.
Hmm.
Right now, they're trying to hold. They're holding on to that number one seed. Um, Eagles and the Commanders. This is a lot closer than it looks because the Eagles put 14 on in the fourth. Um,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
getting they're getting help on the offense. Um, they got some people coming back. They got some defensive people. The- So if they get everyone back from the defense, they could definitely be. And the offense just isn't. They. I mean, I get they never really 150 yards for Jalen, um,
Mhm.
but they're doing enough to win. I mean, they're
Yeah.
not. They don't have the home field.
They
Um,
gotta they gotta keep running Saquon and do some play action. And if they keep running Saquon, that can set up play action in the plays that Sirianni wants to run.
right,
Because then you can do whatever you want, with the play action after that. Once Saquon get it rolling and it's like, okay, we got to be on our heels because of this guy. Now that's when you can fake it to Saquon. You can roll out. You can dump out. There's plays, intermediate plays for him that's easy for him to dump down to in case there's coverage over the top.
yeah. The Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, without you're missing one of the big factors in your defense. It still
Hmm.
was a tight get. Still was a
Yeah,
tight game. It
still
went
was
to
a good
over.
game.
Yeah, it went to overtime. Um, Chicago 11-4, definitely not where I thought they would be. I mean, I didn't give them a
Yeah.
lot of credit. I mean, but they're seem to be moving and definitely moving in the right direction.
Hmm. Ben Johnson is going to be definitely a candidate for Coach of the Year
I know, right?
because
I
he's
mean,
took Caleb and because I watched the game, Tony, and he's one of those quarterbacks that just can just wow. You have to say wow
yeah,
when you see him do what he does. And I'm like, and for the accuracy off the ad lib throws to me is what sets that wow factor off. Now,
right,
is he going to make some mistakes? Yes, he's still a young quarterback. He's still finding his way, but some of the plays that he make, it just has your jaw, your jaw just drop. It's like, how is this guy even able to throw a football, be that accurate on the move? Is just
right.
ridiculous to
Yeah, definitely moving in the right direction. Shocker to me, shocker of the year for me. Um, I was to say, okay, and then going from the Bears 11-4, Packers nine
me.
and
Hmm.
five, the Bills and the Browns. The Bills squeaked it out, but if you look at this
Yeah.
game a little closer,
Hmm.
they didn't even let Josh throw the ball, but a couple
No.
times. I mean, 10 times. I mean, they were just proving a point. All they wanted to do was work on their running game. That's what Sean
Hmm.
said,
And
and
Brandon Cook did show out today. He did show out Sunday, and all he's got to do is hold on. He holds on to the ball, and he's good to go, man. He's good to go. It's good to see. The only thing the Bills are missing is receivers. Once they get and they don't really necessarily need. Well, yes, they do. I feel like y'all need a number one and a number one A receiver, and
I agree
then
with you there.
the AFC is locked down.
I definitely.
What y'all have intact now with Shakir and the other tight end, I love them. I guess, but those two guys and a number one and a number one A with Coleman developing, I think they're going to really be a problem. And of course, there are a couple of little things on the defense I think they can tweak,
Yeah, yeah,
and they're
absolutely.
good to go. They're good to go.
So they're 11-4. Browns are 3-12. Probably going to get some more first round draft choice. The Cowboys losing to losing to the Chargers, who are 11-4.
Hmm.
Um, Justin Herbert, he had one of those good days. 300 yards, no interceptions. I had Dak to throw 250 yards. He threw 244. I
Yeah,
was like, "Yep, that's
it's
my
that part right there. It's that part right
yeah."
there, Tony.
George Pickens had a great day. He had a
Mhm.
130 yards. CeeDee Lamb had 51. I mean, they got a lot of work to do, and the Chargers are going to the playoffs. Dallas is officially, I think it's now officially out of the playoffs. There's no more.
Yeah.
Last week it was just a lot of mathematical stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, the Titans and the Chiefs. We know Mahomes isn't there.
Right.
Um,
We already know that.
Gardner Minshew got hurt.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but the other quarterback they put in, he didn't do bad. He didn't have any interceptions, so I can't really say. And Cam Ward had a decent day, 228, a good day, 21 of 28. Um,
mhm.
Tony Pollard ran for 102 yards. Remember old Tony Pollard from
Oh
the
yeah.
Cowboys? Yeah,
Oh yeah. And I believe when we was talking that we were doing the show and how we said that the trading Tony Pollard was going to bite him, and
yeah.
it did until they got Dowdle, who they have now. Isn't it Dowdle? Or is it McDowell?
It's no, no. You talk about the Cowboys have
Yeah, the Cowboys running back.
Williams. They got Williams, Davis. Um, those are the two big boys
Okay.
that they.
Yeah,
Javante
but
Williams is their guy.
yeah, Javante Williams.
Yeah,
But yeah, but they missed him for a little while until they got Javante, and then things started cooking for Dallas. But kudos to him though, because ever since he went over there, he's been showing up.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's definitely the truth. And then man, Joe Burrow went off against
Oh yeah,
Miami. They benched Tua. They went with Ewers, Quinn Ewers. Um,
yeah. It
he
was
had
the quarterback that started before Manning, before
yeah,
Archie,
yeah.
before Arch.
The
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he had 260 yards. He had two interceptions. Um, like I said, I really think Miami's going to have a whole. I think general manager goes, and I think the coach goes.
I think
That's
Tua
that.
goes. I think they're gonna
Oh,
get rid of Tua. And
absolutely.
they're either going to try to get one of these serviceable quarterbacks in free agency, or they're going to draft one, or they're going to try to. But I don't understand. If they can get, I don't understand what they have to trade to get up in the draft to get, because everyone is gunning for Indiana's quarterback.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Well,
gunning for
yeah,
him, but
yeah.
I don't know what tricks they got to pull to get to the point where they can. But yeah, there's going to be some seat arrangements with the Dolphins organization.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's going to be some definitely some seat arrangements at the end of the season. Because they just never lived up to the hype. They had that one
Right.
year, and they had all these draft choices, and they were going to do this. They were going to take on the world, and
Yeah.
it just hasn't worked out. How about your Saints beating the Jets at
Yeah.
home? Beating
Beating the
the
Jets at home, and it looks like um Saints need a running back. We need another running back. And
well.
they they
He's
need
hurt.
to,
Y'all's
yeah,
running back is hurt.
Alvin
Yeah,
Kamara's hurt. We need, you know, we need a big back. We need a big boy.
yeah,
Somebody that could
yeah.
take, let let AK be AK, but we need a big back. Need a big
Right.
back, a third down, third and short, bruiser. We need a bruiser so he could be the finesse.
I mean, Tyler Shue
Um,
he had a 308-yard day, one
yeah,
TD.
Uh,
They
I
put the
have
ball
to
in the
say
air.
that, yeah, I have to say that Kyler Shu has, earned that spot. Me personally, I would be trying to find me a franchise quarterback.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is he a good quarterback? He's starting to look like a good quarterback, but you need a franchise quarterback. So they should definitely be looking for that. In other words, defense is getting old. We're gonna have to get some youth on the defense, get the offensive line right.
Yeah.
So there's it's some work. Saints got some work to do, but they're going in the right direction.
Minnesota Vikings, New York Giants, 13-16. JJ McCarthy he doesn't really do a lot for me. I just don't know. They put a lot on him and say he was gonna. He just really,
Doesn't
I don't
look
know.
like he's ready for the NFL, does he, Tony?
Not exactly. No, at times he does okay, but then it's like I don't know. I mean, they got rid of Sam Darnold, bring him in,
Yeah,
and
and look at him.
yeah,
Look at him now.
yeah. I mean, the Vikings are
So,
7-8. It's not
yeah.
terrible. I mean, Jason's dark. I like New York's quarterback, even though he didn't do a lot yesterday. This
Hmm.
was 13-6. Um, but yeah, because the Giants were in it to the end. Panthers and the Bucks. How about the Panthers 8-7? I like it.
We had our we had our thoughts about this game. And
Yeah,
I said
Bryce
it's a
Young.
division game, and I knew that Carolina was going to bring it due to the fact that it was the Buccaneers. It was actually a good game.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah,
It was
what
actually a good game, despite the points not being high, but sometimes, division teams or the division games are the best games because they know how each other play and they know what to expect.
yeah. I mean, Carolina. But hats off to them. 8-7.
Yeah. Over
I mean,
500.
Yeah, over five, over 500. And
It's a good thing. It's
then
a good thing for them. They're trending in the right direction.
absolutely, absolutely. Jaguars and the Broncos. How about Sunshine going into Denver and beating
Sunshine
them?
finally, yeah. Sunshine proving us. Sunshine showing us something there. Finally, Tony. He's showing us that he can be that type of quarterback.
I mean, he
In
had
Denver, in Mile
in
High,
Denver.
which when and I said that weather was going to be the issue for them. It turns out it wasn't. They went up there and they played some good football, and this is without Travis Hunter. They're doing this.
Right, right.
So
So
when he comes
Trav,
back, that's just going to elevate everything else that they're trying to do. But kudos to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are now coming alive in their division, and they could be a wild card if they keep this momentum going.
yeah, they're 11-4. Denver's 12-3. I mean, Bo Nix had 352 yards, one interception. I mean, but yeah, hats off to the Jaguars. All right, all right, all right. And Falcons Cardinals 28 28-19. Kirk Cousins being Kirk Cousins, doing Kirk Cousins things.
Yeah,
197 yards to Jacoby Brissett. They're 6-9. The Falcons, Arizona 3-12. Was that? Jeez, 3-12.
yeah. I feel like Arizona's going to hold on to Jacoby Brissett. I
Yeah, I
think
think so.
Kyler's out of there, and I think they're going to go quarterback shopping.
Did you watch the Rams? This is the Steelers and the Lions game.
Oh yes, I did. I did. I watched that
Yeah,
game, man. The end of
I
that game was bananas.
and I still don't understand exactly why we went through the whole thing of telling us about the touchdown because the penalty eliminated the touchdown. So
Right,
I didn't see what the whole purpose of getting into that was about.
right.
And I just,
Yeah, because because the offensive pass interference nullified everything. So
Yeah,
everything after they threw the flag for that was dead ball anyway. But I guess because I guess they kept playing because I'm pretty sure I heard him blow the whistle when he threw the flag for the offensive pass interference.
right, right, right.
But it just kept on playing through. I guess the with the crowd, I guess the refs that was at the end zone didn't hear, and they just said, "Hey, touchdown,"
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah, yeah,
really wasn't a touchdown because he was down before the ball crossed the plane. But that's a whole nother story.
yeah.
But
And then
yeah,
the Raiders played really tough. They lost
yeah,
by 2 points. The Texans. I mean, hats off to them. I know they're having a terrible. Geno Smith was 201, two TDs, one interception,
hmm,
and you know PJ Stroud. I mean, they're playing just. I mean, they're keeping the offense just good enough so they can. The defense is doing a lot of the work. But hats off
hmm,
to them. They are they're on the right path. And then the Patriots and the Ravens. Oh
yeah,
man, I really wanted the
wow,
Ravens to win, but the
yeah,
Patriots come back. The
hmm,
Patriots come back, put up 15 in the last quarter. And let's take a look. So Henry ran. We said Henry needed to do what he needed to do, and he did.
hmm,
Um, Drake May had 380 yards,
yeah,
had an interception, had a kind of a crazy. So let's get into this now. Let's check this out. Got a little. So right now, New England is leading AFC East 12-3. The Bills are right underneath them at 11-4.
hmm,
Pittsburgh is 9-6.
ah,
Most likely, Pittsburgh is going to end up winning that division,
hmm,
and Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland will be out.
yeah,
Jacksonville is a game up on Houston,
hmm,
2 games up on Indianapolis. So Indianapolis is 8-6. Houston is 10-5. Jaguars. So that's going to be a tight race.
yeah,
Um,
because we know the Colts are not going anywhere. The
Not
Colts and the
unless
Dolphins are not
yeah.
going anywhere.
And then the
But that's the
AFC
AFC
West,
East. Yeah,
yes.
but that's the AFC East. But they do know that those two teams are not going anywhere. So the AFC South, you know, they can battle it out to get that spot. And one of them might be able to get the wild card if they keep winning.
So Denver is 12-3, and Los Angeles Chargers are 11-4.
Mm.
So they're fighting for um, that's going to be a fight to the end last week. We got
Yeah.
2 more weeks left. 15. We got 2 more weeks left, or 3 more weeks left because I don't know how the bye goes.
Hmm.
Now going to the NFC East, Philadelphia is in control. They're winning that division. That's the end of that conversation.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
it. Okay,
That's it.
Chicago,
Phillies winning the
Chicago.
years.
Yeah, because they've already clinched. Let me see. Yeah, they've already clinched the division. But all right, so Chicago's clinched a playoff berth. They're 11-4. I don't see Green Bay coming back and them losing to. So Green Bay's 9-5. Detroit's 8-7. There's a good chance Detroit don't even make the playoffs.
Hmm.
Very good. Actually, there's a
Yeah.
very good chance. Because it gets kind of weird because Minnesota's 7-8, Detroit's 8-7, Green Bay's 9-5, and Chicago's 11-4. So trying to see. Um, could be some. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of now the one that's wide open is really kind of, and the Saints are like one game out of. I mean, if they lost one game too much, but Carolina Panthers
Hmm.
8-7, Tampa Bay is
Right.
7-8, Atlanta's 6-9.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they're all those three that could go mathematically. I mean, mathematically, Atlanta could they could be a three-way tie.
Mm-hmm.
for for um, for first place. Carolina definitely 8-7 ahead of it. Now NFC West, Seattle
Yeah.
12-3,
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles Rams 11-4, San Francisco 10-4. So that's a tight. That's a I don't know how. So they've all clinched. All three of them have clinched a playoff berth. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so they're all in. Seattle, Los Angeles. Um, so you got yeah. So the only other people, so most likely because there's three of them, Chicago and Green Bay will be in, and whoever wins the NFC South will win it, and whoever's underneath them probably won't make it. That's what it
Right.
looks like to me. And I could,
Yeah.
like I said, it could change, but mathematically, I'm just trying to figure. Because, like I said, everybody in the NFC except for Arizona um, is clinched the playoff, and
Yeah.
then Chicago clinched the playoff, and so did Philadelphia. So
Mm-hmm.
right now we're at five entries into the playoffs.
And so one of the teams in NFC South that don't clinch, that team that's right up under them, they're just gonna miss out.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me, unless something happens with Green Bay. I mean, like I said, there's still some stuff. Or, I mean, because Detroit could win their last two, go 10-7. Green Bay could lose their last two and go 9-7-1. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't maybe. Yeah, I see. I'm thinking Chicago's they clinched playoff berth, but the only
Mhm.
after this week we'll take a look at it because I think after
Okay.
this week they win. I think it's over.
It'd be a lot
All right.
easier.
Well, yeah. All right, guys. Want to thank everyone on this holiday week for tuning in. When we get back, we're going to go over our picks. Got a lot of games coming up this week. Saturday games. Um, Lots of football. Just t- all right. So we'll be back. Don't forget to tune in every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. KM Radio Sportsbook, 8 o'clock. Tony G, Big Lou, covering all your sports on the biggest station in the land, K Ham Radio, where we go ham.
Damn.
Ham Radio, we go ham. It's your boy Tony G, Big Lou, every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. You're tuning in. We're about to get on our picks coming up. We got a lot of football, basketball this weekend. We got the basically the Christmas edition, as they say.
Mhm.
We got all right. Let's see what we got here. Boom. We'll pull it up. All right.
Thursday night. Triple
Thursday,
header.
got a triple header. Got some good games. Well, possibly. Dallas
Yeah.
Cowboys and the Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like Washington. I like Washington. I mean, I like Dallas to fly all over them. Dak hitting his yards, CeeDee Lamb getting yards, and the 50. Only because Washington has so many injuries. Backup quarterback. You got the backup to the backup. I mean, I think I mean, this is, it should be a high scoring game. Um, it is the 12 o'clock game.
Yes.
Should be a good entertainment. Thanksgiving
Mhm.
Day. You
Yep.
remember a long
Now
time ago? You know,
mind you, viewers, that the game is going to be on Netflix. This and the Lions, Vikings, and Cowboys, Commanders are going to be on the Netflix app. So y'all make sure that y'all have Netflix to watch these two games, and the Broncos and Chiefs game is going to be on Prime. That's going to be your evening game. But the first two games are going to be on Netflix. I just thought I'd throw that in there, Tony, in case no one know.
I didn't realize that. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking everything was going to be on Prime, but I guess that's not what was negotiated.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and they're both showing. Okay, Cowboys Commanders 12 p.m. Netflix, and then after that we get Lions and Vikings at 3:30 on Netflix, and then the night game at 7:15 Broncos and Chiefs. That's going to be on Prime Video.
So, like I said, the first game with the Cowboys.
Yes,
I
Cowboys
mean,
Commanders.
yeah. I mean, I like the over.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Cowboys. I like a lot of props. Um, like I said, the Commanders are definitely deleted. I mean, uh, just a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
They'll be back. Everybody, when they'll be back next year. This year, just a
Mm-hmm.
lot of injuries. And I think the Cowboys' offense will be too much. I think they'll just do whatever they want with them. Um, Detroit and Minnesota. Detroit's coming off a huge loss. I
Yeah.
mean, a huge loss. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you what else is weird. If you're coming off a loss, and one thing about the Detroit Lions is Campbell always wants to. He always talks about controlling the line. And if you watch that game Sunday night, they didn't control the line. You know what I mean? They did not control the
No, no,
line.
they did not.
So you got to give it to Pittsburgh for, I mean, you know, what I mean, just having the tenacity to
Yeah, getting after it.
get me really just getting after it. Um, and I think you have to give them. Did we skip over that game? Because I don't remember talking about that game. But
I
I
think
mean,
we
I'm just
did.
saying.
I
I think
think we
we.
did. I think
I
we
think
did
some.
skip that game because I don't remember. Or did we?
I'm looking at. I'm trying to look
Oh,
and
oh,
see.
yeah, we talked about it. The Pittsburgh Detroit game, we talked about it because we talked about the incident that happened in the
Oh
stands
yeah,
earlier.
I was like, did we? Yeah, I didn't get into. Yeah, but
Yeah, y'all bear with us. We don't,
yeah,
it's still just me and Tony. We still talent and
right.
production and staff.
Yeah.
So
So so golf had a really good game, but they
yeah.
just couldn't get the running game going. And but I look for them now. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what we got. So you got Minnesota. This is a rival game.
Hmm.
So it should be a good game. I think first prop is taking Jared's um, passing yards, the over, and Detroit to win.
Hmm.
I like it all the way around um, because I don't think. Well, going off of what we know, Minnesota doesn't have an explosive offense. They can't like if Detroit pops out 14-point lead, Minnesota. I'm not saying they couldn't close the gap to one, but then if Detroit's pressing, Detroit's going for it. They're just gonna they're trying to score as many points as possible, and Detroit's just not Detroit, but Vikings just aren't that team. So that being said, I like Detroit all the way around. Jared Goff. Um, I mean, unless you can get JJ's uh, under 150 yards for passing or 150, then But I like all three. I like all three of us. If we just get away, Denver and the Chiefs. What are you thinking there? I know it's a rival. But there's nobody left.
Yeah, it's a rival, but yeah, because Gardner Minshew's out now
Yes.
for what that's worth, and they're just done. They're through in the towel. The Chiefs are through in the towel. They know the season's done. They are going to have to do some retooling themselves. They're going to have to fix the offensive line. They need running. They need a running back. as serviceable as Pacheco and Kareem Hunt were, they're not it. They have to have a threat with Patrick Mahomes. They gotta have, they gotta be able to run the ball effectively so that he don't have to do the scrambling and all that. And I think they need to trade some of that speed for some big receivers, some playmakers. They got speed all day, but I think they need to give up one or two of those speed guys to get some big receiver, red zone, you know, third down receiver. I think that's what they need, and they should be okay. Running back, big receiver, they should be fine. Oh, and a revamp on the offensive and defensive line. They got to get that defensive line right too.
So I don't know who they got starting as this point. The spread is 12 and a half. The over's 36 and a half. I hate to say this, but I still kind of, I know you go, okay, if you take the over, that means Denver's is going to score. I think Denver puts up 30 on them by themselves. I mean, I really do, only because
Oh
they
yeah,
have they don't have any way of combating any of it. I mean, you know what I mean? It could be a lot of three and outs. You know what I mean? Punt, punt,
absolutely.
punt. Because I don't, like I said, I don't know who their third string quarterback is. I mean, is a Andy Reid is a quarterback whisperer, but not in 3 days. I mean, you know what I
No,
mean? That's not,
no,
yeah,
it's nothing you can do. Straight practice squad quarterback. So yeah, you got to keep your playbook simple, which means it's going to be, which means that Denver defense is going to play loose because they know you're
yes,
limited as far as play calls. So and they know you're in the tank right now. You have nothing to play for, but try to play spoiler, but you don't have the talent to do that running the team right now. So you
right,
just might
right,
as well
right.
just throw in the tank.
Then we got Seahawks and Carolina Panthers. Uh,
Hmm,
I think, yeah, I mean,
Intriguing,
Carolina,
intriguing.
yeah, yeah, Carolina is good. I think the Seahawks are going to be a little bit too much for them, but they are
Mhm.
giving the Panthers 7.5 points. The over's 42. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not against the over. Um, I know Seahawks got a good defense, but that's not. Um, then you start playing around with those points. Um, and there's some props on here you need to look at. I like the over, and I'm not against the Panthers with some points at home. Um, Again, I don't think they win, but I think they have a shot of covering. You know, the whole bottom line is if they can cover the spread. That's what it's all about. What about your Saints and the Titans? What are you thinking?
Wow. This is another one of them games. Saints Titans. They're playing in Tennessee. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry weather, y'all. But yeah. I don't know. Titans been kind of on a roll, but I think Saints got more offensive. One more time, Joni.
Well, God bless you.
Excuse me.
Yeah, God bless you.
Okay. Uh, I think Titans can pull this game off, but I think the Saints probably have a little bit more offensive talent than the Titans do. Saints could win this game if they play solid and shoot, just make the plays. And but I think the Titans they're on the road right now, and I think they're going to be hungry to win to get the victory on this one.
So let me ask you this now: if the Saint, I mean, I talked to a Saints fan today, and they're like, "Oh, there they go! They start winning and just screw us out of a good pick." And I was like, I mean, do they? Is that what's happening? I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't.
a good pick can. A good pick now really can't say what's going on there. There's a lot of work that needs to be done with the Saints. So, we're just gonna have to try to work with what we have, but we do need to get younger. Our defense is getting older, getting a little bit older.
Right.
Doesn't seem that way because the way Cam Jordan is playing, but yeah, we need to revamp. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. They need to get younger, and they need a total revamp.
All right. Let's see here. Got that.
But I think Tennessee, I think the Titans may pull the victory out. I could be wrong, but I think they're on a roll, and I think they might pull the victory out since they're at home.
So then we got the Ravens at Green Bay. I think Green Bay.
Mm,
I think Green Bay pulls it out.
yeah,
I think the Ravens are kind of in disarray. Um, I think Henry could have a very good day.
yeah. He
Um,
just need to um took that ball up a little higher. He carries the ball too low, and that's where the fumble's coming from. The cuts, bumping the football on the hip, people able to instead of wrap him up, punch it. Ball's too low. He needs to bring it up a little bit, you know, up under his chest a little bit. Tighten it up, make it harder for them to get to. Then that way he can make the cuts and do the thing that he does. That's where the fumbles are coming from. He's carrying the ball too low.
and I think so. I mean, I watched, like I said, last game. I don't know. They're not. I don't know if they're just not letting not Cam. If they're not letting Lamar throw the ball a little bit more, because I would like to see a little bit more productivity out of him because he's
Yeah.
got an arm. I mean, he's
Hmm.
not afraid to throw. So I mean, it'd be kind of, I don't know, to get a little more explosive than than what they have been.
Yeah.
Um,
I think he's probably about 75, 80%.
you're probably dead on. I will agree with you. I don't think he's 100. I think they, I get it. They're all trying to win now, and he's a competitor, and he wants to come back. But yeah, I like the pack. I have to look at the over on Sunday. Look through the list. Um, the Chargers and the Texans. This ought to be a good game, Lou.
Hmm. Should
This
be.
is this,
Should be a good
yeah,
game.
yeah. With the Chargers at home,
Oh yeah.
um,
Oh yeah. The Chargers at home. Oh yeah. Should be a
they're
good one.
playing. They're playing against a very good defense. Number one stats. Um, and you got the Herbert numbers. You got the passing yards for both. You look at over 39 and a half. And
Hmm.
with that defense, they're not really expecting either team to.
Right. To
But something,
score a lot of points.
I mean, spread's only 2.5. It's going to be a tight one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be.
Check out, check out the props and check out the props and go from there.
Hmm.
Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Believe it or not, it could be a good game. Um, because Cleveland always gets up to play for Pittsburgh, trying to be the
Hmm.
spoils. I know Shakur's been catching a lot of slack, but I still think he's doing okay considering that he's still learning, and this is only
Yeah.
his first year in the league.
Right. He's got some work to do. He's got some learning to do. Saying the right things in the press conferences. He said,
Yeah,
he's just got some football growing to do. That's all that is. He has all of the intangibles that he needs. He just got to grow, learn the playbook and, get a little bit quicker, a little bit more awareness and reading the defense. And I think he'll be fine. I think he should be fine given the opportunity. But I just feel like there's going to be some changes in Cleveland. I'm not sure. I think their coach is out of there. I'm not sure, but I think he's out of there. I don't think he wants to be a part of the Shador show. I think he's out of there. He'll probably go back to college and where there's more control because coaches are control freaks.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah,
quote me on it, but you probably could. I think Stefanski's out of there. I don't think he wants to be a part of it. He never wanted him from the jump. So I think he's gonna try to get out of that fiasco.
Then you got the Patriots and the Jets. The Jets want to win, and I mean, the Patriots are just too good. It would, I mean, the spread's 13 and a half. They know each other. It would be, believe me, the Jets are going to be fired up for this game. They just don't
Oh
have it.
yeah. They,
They
yeah.
just,
They
yeah, they just don't have the
they don't have the
firepower.
talent. Yeah, they don't have the talent. They're gonna be fired up. They're gonna be motivated because they want to play, the spoiler, but they don't have the talent to stop what's going on over in New England, especially with defensive scheming that Vrabel is doing, and the way Drake May is running the offense that's being built around him. I
Right.
think they're gonna be they're looking pretty good, Tony. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah, they are. They are. We'll see in the playoffs and see what happens. Spread's 13 and a half. The over's 42 and a half. We could look at Drake May's, some of his prop bets. He should have a good day as far as yardage. Check out Stephon Diggs, some of his stats. He's been having some good games. So definitely some prop stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a long. It could be a long day. Probably is going to be a long day for the Jets. Cincinnati Bengals and Arizona Cardinals. I like Cincinnati. I
Yeah.
like. I love all Joe's stats.
Mm-hmm.
He has been through. It should be. It should be. It should be the Joe Burrow show that day.
Yeah, it should
Bah,
because the game is in Cincinnati as well. And that's another franchise that has to get it right because their quarterback is not if he's winning, he's happy. They need to revamp and get that team to where he can win with them.
yeah, he's already made the comment that he's not. I mean, he made a couple comments this year. I'm surprised it took him that long to say anything.
Right.
I mean, because they've been, like I said, he had that. They had that big year, and
Mm-hmm.
I said, watch and see. It'll go down every year from there. And now we're actually not making the playoffs.
Right.
So
He's getting
I was
frustrated. He had a chance to taste. He tasted, he had a taste of it.
right.
And it's like, okay, I like how that tastes.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know, y'all gotta get this formula right. Y'all gotta get the formula right.
And I mean, they got him some weapons, but and then they didn't fulfill a lot of the other stuff. So
Right.
Monday Atlanta so but I like Joe Burrow stats. I like the Bengals to win by 7.
Mm-hmm.
Um I like his passing yards, I like his receptions. So check that out. That's what I like in the in the player props. The Giants and the Raiders should be a good game of that kind of game. Um they're giving the Jets they're giving the Jets points. I mean, they're giving the Giants points, and
Mm-hmm.
I kind of put the Giants over the Raiders. I don't know. I mean, it just kind of this is really two very bad teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is really two bad teams. This is one of the games I think I would stay away from. Um,
Yeah.
so
Both records are 2-13.
2-13.
Both of the records are 2-13. So
Yeah, I think I would just stay. I'm out on that. Just stay
just stay
away.
away.
Just run. Don't hide. Now the Sunday night game is very interesting because both
Mm-hmm.
teams have to win. We got the Philadelphia Eagles, Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we're going to find out if that if Josh can will his team against a good defense. And that's
Right.
why I mean, because their offense is Um, this is going to be a true test. So if you're a Josh Allen fan or a Bills fan, I mean, there's a lot of prop bets on his yardage, um, throwing yards, receiving, Cooks. How many, you could even get Barkley, see what you think he could do on this one. This one's a little close to call because I've seen both teams play well and I've seen them both play terrible. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a must win for both of them. You know what I mean? Because Philly,
Absolutely.
yeah, Philly's clinching that division, but would love to. Um, they would love to have home field
Mm-hmm.
instead of having to travel. So I'm thinking that end of the day, you have to. Yeah, I mean they're gonna put everything they got in the next game and see what
Yeah.
they could do. So it's going to be a tough one to kind of um, see your way through, but I think it's going to be a good game. It's a must win for both. Um, like I said, I didn't. Someone just said, "Well, you didn't say a winner." I said, "I didn't." On to the next one. I'm not saying I don't know. I have to look at that some more. I'm not. Yeah, I like the Bills to win. That's what I could say. I mean, but I'm not gonna. Um, Now the Monday night game is the Rams against the Falcons. I mean, Ken Cousins. Ken Cousins wheel. I mean, give them another victory. It's the Falcons at home. Normally they play. Normally they play well at home. Um, but and the overs
Rams
49.
defense.
The Rams. I know. Rams defense. Um, the Rams defense, and they're just such a better team than the
Mhm.
Falcons. I can't.
Falcons make a lot of mistakes on the offensive side of the ball too. A lot of bonehead mistakes. You know,
That's why
but
they're kind of in the spot that they're in. There's a reason for it. But I will look
right.
at
And
some. What are you saying, Lou?
yeah, I was going to agree with you. But what I was going to say too is the Rams defense. They can play. They know Kirk Cousins can't scramble, so they can play a little loose.
Yes,
Send spies at him, send blitzes at him. That's gonna keep Kirk, rattled the whole game.
that is very true. Um, yeah, Sean McVay is gonna throw everything at him. And again, Atlanta is in the position where they want to play spoiler, and
Right, right.
sometimes sometimes that position sometimes it can be fulfilled by an underdog team that's maybe not as good. And I mean, a lot of times it can. It just really comes down to is Sean McVay going to let them falter like that? And I just don't see it. I mean, they're 7.5 dogs. I think you have to go with LA. Um,
Mhm.
and I think you got to definitely check out some props. I think under the circumstances, I think LA is going to walk. There's going to be a lot of yards. Um, think I think you look at your quarterback yards, your running yards, a couple of receivers
Yeah. Take
to look at. Yeah,
take Dante and take Adams and Puka probably for yards,
you know, yeah,
receiving
whatever you can get
yards,
them at.
props,
Yeah, six.
touchdown
Yeah,
props. Anytime, that's
anytime.
probably where you're gonna get it at with the Rams. That you can go high with the stats, especially with the receiving props because they two tight ends when they get in the red zone, they always reliable too. So if you're gonna
Yes,
do props, you're gonna do props with the Rams. Look at all of them and take your best shot.
Yeah, watch now. Cousins will come in and throw for 350 or something crazy, but it's not. Look, it's not the probable. So I would like to say I would stick with the LA. I like LA 7.5 minus. Um, I like um, passing yards. We like both. We like three. You just named three good receivers to look at. Um, and I'm not too sure about the over. Because they are explosive, but they start playing methodical, um,
Mhm.
eating away the clock. They're very much like that, trying to reserve, which I totally get. So that being said, I'm not really on the over. It's in Atlanta. It's a dome. A lot of the other games that we went over, weather's not a factor. In
Mhm.
Buffalo, it could be a factor because it's going to be snowing. Um, the Jets and the Giants both playing cold weather. I mean, there's some games that definitely could be affected by it. But
Yeah.
point it out. Look at Kansas City, Denver. That could be an ugly weather game. Um, both teams are equipped for it. Well, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We covered another Tuesday. If we didn't get to cover what you wanted, we apologize. We only get an hour. Um, but I just want to thank everyone reaching out. Don't forget, Merry Christmas. Guys, take care. Spend some time with your family, man. Cam Radio, we love you guys. Um, Merry Christmas, Big Lou.
Merry Christmas,
Sportsbook.
Tony, to you and the family.
Thank you. Same
Y'all
here,
have a
man. And
wonderful, y'all have a wonderful day, man. Enjoy this time.
and we will be back next Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Tony G, Big Lou on Sportsbook on the biggest station in the land, KM Radio, where we go ham.
Ham. Merry
Cool.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.